So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 48 of the Peterborough Night Career Mode here on FIFA 23. I hope you're well. And well, last episode it didn't go particularly well for us. Of course, if we have a look at the calendar, 3 defeats in the month of October. Started with a really poor 4-1 defeat at home away at Leeds. Sorry, they were just untouchable, considering they hadn't won a game so far this season. They were absolutely superb. We then lost at home to Forest, and they just had a really fast start, and we couldn't contend with it. And then with Arsenal, we were in the game for a large spell, but then a very good, cheeky winner for them. There was very little we could do. Kind of negates the good start to the season that we had actually in the Premier League, especially the fact we've moved it up to Ultimate. If we have a look, we were as high at one point a second in the league, but we currently sit in 12th spot. 9 games, 3 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats. Scored plenty of goals, conceded a lot though. Sitting on 11 points. We're 3 points clear of relegation as it stands, and well, about 7 points clear of Europe. So the Forest are doing really well, blimey. The board objective is to finish mid-table this season. I'll be happy as long as we survive completely, to be honest. As I said, we have moved this up to Ultimate. Depending on how the season goes, I want to stay on Ultimate, but if it's gets to the point where actually we're really, really struggling, then we may move it down to Legendary again, but I want to stick out Ultimate as long as possible. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe a change of formation, something like that. Maybe we're a bit too attacking as a newly promoted side. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But if we have a look at what is coming up then in today's episode. So we have 4 games in today's episode then. We are actually going to sim one of them. We're actually going to sim this first game at home against Spurs, because Wolves, West Ham and United, as it stands, all sit in European spots. So on paper, Spurs is the easiest game that we have today. So we'll sim that one, and then we'll play Wolves, we'll play West Ham, and we will end the episode with a trip to Man United. If you are looking forward to this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. And well, without any further ado, this is our team currently as it stands. Ghana up to 90, some just very good growth. Of course, we signed that left back from Bournemouth, who will be coming in January, John Zamora. We are now looking at central midfielders. These are the guys that these are guys that have come up on scout reports, but I have already got some on the shortlist. So as and when that becomes a thing, then of course we will talk about it. But for now, let's go in and sim this game against Spurs. This is the likely side that they're going to play. Raymond in goal. Don't know if that's someone new or regen or whoever. A back 5 of Royal, Zalai, Laporte, Mertens and Reguilon. Midfield 2 of Pellegrini and Bowden. And then a front 3 of Bailey, Barnes and Guedes. So no Kane, no Son. I don't know if there's rotation or they both left, but it's a very different looking Spurs side. Anyway, we will go ahead and sim this game. Hopefully we don't get battered. We actually win 3-1. Blimey. Okay, Ghana and Estrada at the double. We went 1-0 down as well. Spurs have had the better of the game, so the fact we won 3-1, they will be fuming. I will take that. That's probably a better result than we would have got if we'd have played the game, so very happy with that. Right, a good start to the episode. Hopefully that's not our only win this episode. Our next game is against Wolves. I'll see you then. So there's the Wolves lineup then for the first played game. Jose Sarr in goal. Back 4 of Guest, Silva, Sotalo and Pellegrini. Midfield 3 of Alzat, Fabian and Mariba. Top 3 of Traore, Sangbin and Neto. And they've got Neva, Hwang Hee-chan on the bench. Podence is there as well. I like that midfield 3. Alzat, Mariba, and I can't even remember who. Oh yeah, Fabian. That's a very strong midfield 3. We are unchanged. But yeah, we've in that between the break of the Spurs game and this game, we have added a lot more central midfielders to our shortlist, as Wolves are in behind already. And thankfully, Daniel Bentley is alive and alert. And has a strong arm to push that one around the post. I thought Edwards might get across to get a block on it, but not quite. Hopefully we can follow up this Spurs result with a pretty good one here. But that's a good block from Edwards. And we can play our way out. Yeah, hopefully we can pick up a positive result after a very good result against Spurs. That's a good knock on. Elias, wanted that into Koulibaly, but the accuracy on the pass not quite where it needed to be with their attacking threat. Estrada dinks one back. Elias, what a finish that is. A lovely finish from the ex-Barca boy. And him and Estrada having a little party in the goal. But what a finish. I wasn't sure about the dink. I got the ball with Estrada, and you'll just see there the heavy, it wasn't even a heavy touch, a little touch. I was caught in two minds what to do. But a little dink back, it's actually found Elias superbly, who's unmarked. Comes across it on his right foot. It's a very good finish. Garner stands there, making sure he doesn't get in the way, but also potential offside there, you know, in the keeper's eye line or whatever, but we won't mind that. We've scored on our travels away at Wolverhampton. A lovely finish from Elias, and we take the lead here, and Traore has just left Burrows for dead. We'll find Estrada. There's a ball out here for Burrows. There's a man at the back stick making a run, and it's Josh Knight, and he gets his head on it, and it's 2-0. It's Josh Knight. That's what having a centre-back playing centre midfield does for you. The determination to get on that ball. Absolutely superb. And well, Josh Knight has made it too. Those Peterborough fans are going absolutely mental. How often do we score a cross? Let's be serious. But a lovely ball in from Burrows. I can see Knight making the run. And the defender he's up against is Pellegrini. Doesn't even rise to meet it. Knight just that powerful. Just brushes past him. Very little Jose Sarr could do with header of that power from that close. We are 2-0 up on the road. And remember what I said at the start of the episode. Wolves, West Ham and United are all sat in European spots at the start of this episode. There's one more. There's another pass in here. Koulibaly could be in again. Koulibaly. Oh, again, it's that defender coming across to make the block. But he's a constant threat, Koulibaly. Garner. Oh, gets there ahead of Sarr, but doesn't get enough on it. And that's a good header down. But it will be half-time and a very impressive start to this game. As Sidis take a lead. Fabian does not look impressed. Garner, I notice, has played more of a supporting role in this game, trying to set up others and bring up others rather than look to score himself. But sometimes the man is just going to have to play the supporting actor. Well, there goes the final whistle, and what a superb performance. All round, absolutely superb. Another clean sheet towards our goal. But yeah, just everybody wanted that, and everybody put a shift in. I can't fault anyone. We had more shots, less of the possession, but like if you look at player, it probably won't be recognised in it. Like, yeah, it said Koulibaly's had a shocker. Apparently Edwards on a 6.0. I thought every player on that pitch was absolutely superb in that game, and we would value for that win. Just everyone wanted it, everyone putting the shift in, everyone pulling together. Really good performance. Hopefully we can carry that on against West Ham. This is our West Ham lineup for the second game of the episode. Areola in goal, Ashby, Karev, Fernandez and Hincapi, Zachariah and Fabinho in the middle, Benrahma, Fornals and Smith Rowe in behind Yerasaw. Never heard of him. Who have they got on the bench? Not too much. Flynn Downs is there, but yeah, there's not really a lot going on. That Fernandez at centre half is the one that was at Lincoln, the one that became a free agent. So I'd be interested to see on what sort of money he's on. In terms of our squad, we're unchanged. We've had a little bit more growth in the squad. Nezovic is up to 79. And Zabani is now up to 82 rated as Estrada robs his man of the ball there. Garner, trying to look to get into that gap as that ball forward from Zakaria. Not the best, it must be said. Nezovic, there's a run being made here, and it's Josh Knight. Oh, and he's offside anyway, but the strike not great on his left foot. Areola made the save. This Saw guy I've never heard of, so I can't say for sure where he is, where he's from or what he's about, but playing up top on his own, we have to see what he's got in his locker, or rather, well, hopefully we won't see what he's got in his locker, but yeah, Estrada, lovely ball to Koulibaly, lovely ball, sorry, to Garner. Oh, it's Garner, he's in behind, and Joseph Garner, it's a bit of a mess, but he does get his goal in this episode. Oh, he had another game to do it anyway, but yeah, that was a bit of a mess. Koulibaly had the strike there, or the pass, got blocked, ping-ponging around, and it does fall back to Koulibaly. Garner's made the run, so we just toe poke it to him. And well, it's a fairly simple finish for a man of his capabilities. And yeah, it's 1-0, and it's a very good-looking episode. A complete stark contrast to yesterday. I am still playing on Ultimate. I did stress that at the start of the episode, and we saw that, you know, against Spurs it was still on Ultimate, so swings and roundabouts, I think, just with FIFA. That's in general, really. It kind of happens, but Burrows is off on one. Oh, I was just about to play that through for Koulibaly, but Josh Knight. Elias. Love a striker, you know. Oh, and I thought it was looking good, but actually not quite enough power or whip on it, really, because it was actually quite easy for Areola to collect. Gomez up against Smith Rowe. Oh, it's a nice 1-2 with Fabinho, and Smith Rowe is in behind, but Gomez's pace got him back, but he couldn't get a meaningful tackle on the ball. And if Saw is going to shoot like that all day, give him the ball as much as humanly possible. That's what I say. Estrada. Koulibaly, nice spin. I keep calling him Koulibaly, it's Garner. Elias is in the area. Elias. Oh, it's off the bar. Estrada. Oh, it's gone. It has found its way in. It was a really tame header. Areola can't quite recover to keep it out. And Estrada has his goal. It should have been Elias' goal, really. A really, really nice strike. Had the time to sort of set himself, try and find that far corner. Those West Ham fans do not look happy whatsoever. But a very tame header from Estrada. But with a little bit of help of Areola, that has just, I mean, you could arguably say that's still not quite over the line. Oh, okay, yeah, it is now. Why show that frame then, where it's still not over the line? Bizarre. But there we go, it's 2-0 again in the first half of a game in this episode. So we can do this to the bigger teams, but then against the likes of Forest, and that's a great challenge. Against the likes of Forest and Leeds, absolutely battered. Who knows? Smith Rowe getting on this right. A little bit isolated. It's more of a hopeful ball than anything down that line, but Zabani had it tracked well. And here's Elias. Place up against Hincapi. Let's cut this one back. Find Garnett. Oh, it's a lovely worked move, and it's a goal from Nezovic. It's a it is another tame finisher. He's just passed that into the net. I did press shoot, but he's just sort of like just lobbed a foot at it to see what happens. Areola not happy. I'm not surprised with his defenders. They've fallen to pot in this one. But I was actually just going to give it to Estrada, but it's fallen to Nezovic, and yeah, it's a really, really just. Yeah, it's just he just guided that in, really, right underneath Areola, so he hasn't got the time to react. 3-0 against the Hammers at Peterborough. Great tackle from Gomez. Stops that dirt in his tracks. And now Koulibaly could be off on one. Has he got the pace to get around Hernandez? It would suggest so. Koulibaly is back there. He finds Nezovic. We'll have the strike. Oh, it's blocked. Comes back to him. Has the strike. Straight at Areola. The Serb has got. He's got. No, what's it? What's the term? It's like a shark. He smells blood. That's the one. He's had a goal, and now he fancies maybe getting another. But West Ham piling bodies forward here. They know they need to really to get back into the match, but that could mean that. Oh my word! That could mean gaps open up later. Really good save from Bentley. More of a reaction save than anything. He's diverted it up and over the bar, and that's defending that you love to see. He's just put his body on the line for that. As Zakaria's had a strike, it's blocked. It's fallen to Saw, and it's actually offside. I'm going to make a change. That's not a great pass from Josh Knight, and now Saw. Oh, it's a lovely pass. And Smith Rowe, what a save from Dan Bentley, flying away to his left-hand side. Last chance potentially for West Ham. Oh my word, needs to get up. Oh, Nezovic. I didn't even control that. He just instinctively got that out. And that is going to be the final whistle. And well, I feel like we played better against Wolves, but actually our attacking play in this game suggests that we were even better. But I think it was a better performance against Wolves, actually. I just think there were better opportunities in this game and we were more clinical. But another clean sheet, another very impressive win. As we watch the Ghana finish once again, just puts his foot through that. Happy days. Well, 3 wins from 3, and now we head to Man United. How is this going to go down? So there's the United lineup then for this game at Old Trafford. De Gea in goal. Back 4 of Fosu Mensah, Collins, Mengi and Pedrosa. Van der Beek, Leslie and Awar in the middle. Elanga, Zapata and Sancho up top. Henderson on the bench. Pedri, Gonzalo Ramos, Asensio. That's an interesting United side. I don't know whether this is a case of... That's not what I wanted. Of them sort of playing a more rotated side because of who they're playing, or this is just, I mean, yeah, they've got some really good play. Yeah, it must be a rotated side because they've got some of the players that are out playing. Like, yeah, they must be taking us for granted. I know, to be fair, it seemed like Peterborough in the Premier League you would do, wouldn't you? We are unchanged, as you might imagine. But yeah, this is going to be fun then if they're going to take us for granted. How, Jesus, come through with some conviction there, Fosu Mensah. Interesting that they've brought him back to the club as well, actually. Oh, just a poor pass to release Estrada. We could have really been causing Man United some problems then. Zapata was in for that through ball at the other end. I don't really know why he chose to try and set up Sancho then, or Elanga, sorry, but... Yeah, he's. I feel like he would have been better served just going along himself. Elias, he'll have a strike, you know, Elias. Ooh, scoring that in front of the Stretford end isn't going to go down well. Sheesh, what a strike that is! Absolutely, he's just trying to be pegged back. I think it's Leslie. I got no chance saying that last name. Oh, just trying to be held back. It's get off me, get off me. Unleashes a strike. My word, that is flowed into the top corner. De Gea, absolutely no chance. And well, Old Trafford, in my ear, has been stunned into silence. And all you can hear are the Peterborough fans. Doesn't sound like there's many Peterborough fans, although you have to sit quite far away from the pitch at United as an away fan. There we go. There's the play from United that you know. Elanga. Oh, he's rifled that off the post. Burrows in really well on Elanga. And he's done superbly well there. Harrison Burrows. Cuts one back and Garner. And it is Estrada. And I did wonder whether this would be... He's in behind it, you know. Estrada has made it 2-0. I did wonder if this would happen on this game. It didn't really happen last year on FIFA 22, but on FIFA 21 I remember it being the case of, I don't know if it's like there's like reputation, because on Foot Manager you get like reputation and stuff, if you don't know, and like team is kind of similar to this. If you have a really low rep, say we got Peterborough promoted to the Premier League in like 2 straight seasons, our rep wouldn't really grow that much. So all of a sudden we're in the Premier League with like 5-star clubs and we're like 3-star at best as Peterborough. Teams will take you for granted. They'll put out sort of lower, like lesser lineups. It's not as much of a case anymore on FM, but it certainly used to be a thing. And it was the case on FIFA 21 as well. When we got promoted with Barnsley, teams didn't take us seriously. Used to put out weak teams. Koulibaly's in here. Koulibaly has made it 3. Yeah, like, teams wouldn't take you seriously, so they'd play weak teams, but then they would play, like, just like this, really open and expansive, to the detriment of themselves, to the point where, like, it was like this. You're playing United away. It was easier playing against the big teams than it was the lower teams, because the big teams would just take you for granted and play like in a ridiculous way. Like Liverpool as well. Like, they played so much like a Klopp team, but to the point where they would press you so high up that it left so many gaps. So one ball in behind and you could get in, and you could score 4, 5, 6 goals past the big teams easily. Last year it wasn't so much of a thing in the FIFA. Like, they didn't take you. They might play a bit of a rotated side, but they certainly the way they played wasn't ridiculous. But it just seems to be a thing here. Like, I didn't notice it that much against Arsenal, but Chelsea, like, even when they played fight at the back, at points it was quite easy to open them up. Chelsea, obviously, we scored 3 past them, but like, this is just like, this is it to the extreme, because obviously they're playing a really pretty low rated defence. Like, our defence is so much better than United's at this moment in time. That's a good ball. Zapata's in. Zapata has the goal. It's all happening at the Stretford end, but maybe they've had a bit of a kick up the arse at half time. I'm going to make a change. Garnett could be in. Oh, defender just got enough on the ball to stop it dead and allow the other defender, I think Pedrosa, to come in and snatch it. But that is going to be full time. What an episode that has turned out to be. What a result this is. Those few Peterborough fans that travelled and just, oh, Ten Hag, look at the hat, look at the face on it. Those few Peterborough fans that have travelled have well and truly been repaid in their faith. As we go over to clap the fans, I very much hope we do. No, that's towards the tunnel. Never mind. Be quite cool if they added that as a feature into FIFA, but yeah, there's plenty of boos going around the ground, as you might imagine. What a performance. 4 wins from 4 today. Look at that, we dominated them in terms of shots, and possession was fairly even as well. What an episode that has turned out to be. You can't get much better than that, can you? Like, we start with a sim game against Spurs and we win 3-1. Well, I don't know. I'd argue, is that performance at United better than the Wolves performance? Certainly a case to be made, but certainly had a really good performance away at Wolves with a 2-0 win. 3-0 at home to West Ham, and then 3-1 at Old Trafford. Unbelievable. Let's have a look at the standings then and see where we stand. We're up into 6th. After that, well. 13 games gone now. 7 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. We scored as many goals as anyone in the league, as many as Man City, which is quite impressive. And we've conceded 21, but then so have Newcastle. So we've got a very good goal difference. And now we're only, well, technically we're in a European spot because of the Conference League. But, yeah, my word, City's starting to run away with it already. We've done them a massive favour by beating United, actually. I think they're the only unbeaten team left, City. Well, certainly climbing up that Premier League table. If we have a look at what is to come in the next episode, as we're already into the month of December. Okay, well, I think we will just split this month in half then. We'll do 3 games in the next episode, and then we'll do 4 games over Christmas. So next episode, Everton, City away, and Brentford at home. Well, guys, City certainly is going to be the test, but after today, I am certainly heading into it with some confidence. Maybe misled, but who knows, guys. If you have enjoyed that, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.